This is Cesar's restaurant, a new place that's opened here in Cuenca. And we're going to meet Cesar and watch him do a little cooking. Hey Cesar!
How are you?
¿Cómo está? How have you been?
Muy bien.
Good to see you. You're a busy guy. Every place I go, I run into you.
Oh.
So how do you keep so busy and run a restaurant?
Well, you know, I guess I do my work here at the restaurant, but I like to go out and greet people outside, and it's part of some ways it's part of the work, the job.
Yeah. And you seem to know a lot of people in town. You've had a long experience in the restaurant business?
I came to Cuenca like 1 year ago, started meeting people, doing catering business. That's why I know.
Oh, so you've only been here a year?
Almost a year, more than a year, maybe a year and 4 months.
Yeah. And where did you come from before that? You have an international background, right?
I was, I'm from Honduras, and one day I decided to travel to South America with another friend. I just came to Ecuador. I really enjoy Ecuador, and I decided to stay. But I was living in Salinas before to move to Cuenca.
And you lived some other places overseas too?
Yes, in Salinas. I work in Peru, in Argentina.
Yeah, I thought you told me that.
Yeah.
Peru and Argentina. Where in Peru and Argentina?
Peru is a city called Arequipa, and Argentina is Iguazu, which is the border to Brazil and Paraguay. And then my country. My country have a Caribbean side, so I used to work there too.
Very good.
That's how I start really with chefs. And
so now you started a new restaurant here called Cesar's, in the middle of the heart of Cuenca. And tell us about how you got started in this business.
It starts like in general. Yeah, like 10 years ago, I moved from my city, from the capital of Honduras to the coast, and it was like let's say get a job, and restaurant business was very available, let's say.
And you did work with the Rue restaurant here, since you've been here?
A few times we were friends, and sometimes, we help each other, so I used to go there like twice a week.
So how did you start this restaurant? Did you get a partner, an Ecuadorian partner, or how did it?
I get some economic financial, but mostly is, let's say I create this restaurant through the internet like a year ago. It starts like September last year. I start selling pasta, sauce, and then people will
on the internet.
Yeah, through the internet, yes. You reach
to local people, so they do about your catering.
Yeah, and there's a web page called Gringo Post or Gringo Tree. And some people start ordering food, and then they want to make parties. And I used to work as a bartender too. So it starts like that. One day I said, I'm gonna get some saving money that I have. Well, that I used to have.
Till you opened the restaurant.
Yes. And it was like that. I decided to buy some equipment. That was almost a year ago, and start a restaurant. I get a location, but then I have to move from that location. So now we are here. Yeah.
So, what motivated you to do a restaurant, with all the headaches and regular hours and staff?
I know.
Employees?
I know.
Why did you do it?
Let's say, the restaurant business is you have to have a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and the risk, let's say, not the negative things, but as you were saying, the overhead is, and it's a 24-hour work, really.
Yeah.
But I really love restaurants, and especially cooking and greeting people. So I don't imagine doing something different. Okay,
so you really like the business. I mean, your heart's in it,
absolutely.
And you can certainly tell that by I've eaten here a couple of times, and the food is, I can tell you make everything by hand and fresh, and it's very good.
Yes.
So, what else would you like to tell people about this restaurant and about your hopes for the future?
I hope we are starting this is the 4th week. There's a good response from people, but still a little bit in process. But I just hope people came and enjoy, because this place is really nice. And food I think is great. That's what people say to me all the time. So
it's a nice environment, and you know, it takes a while to get started.
Yeah.
So hopefully, some people will see your interview today and hear about your restaurant. Tell us a little bit more about the kinds of foods that you like to specialize in. What are your favorite things to do?
Specialize, big part of the menu is like Italian, like we make fresh pasta. So let's say about Italy is very well known about because of pasta, pizza. But I don't go too much to pizza. It's more pasta. That's one section. And then I do
lasagnas and raviolis.
Oh yes, tortellonis, cannellonis, fettuccine or tagliatelle. And then the other part is the meat section, which is a mix of Italian and French. And then we do special nights, like a German night. That's why the name is called Internazionale.
Okay.
And sometimes we'll do Mexican too.
So they're what you call food theme nights.
But in general, the menu is based on Italian and French mostly, because the meat is, let's say, the sauce is prepared like in a very French way.
And I've noticed that you have, it's quiet now because it's early in the afternoon, but when I was in here the other day, there were Americans in here, or expatriates, watching football games on their TV and all that type of thing.
Well, we're trying. On Sundays, my friend brings his connection for the NFL, and something we're trying.
Okay.
You know, but mostly restaurant, then the international nights and Sunday brunch. That's how we're starting very slow.
Yeah.
It's a small restaurant. We do everything fresh by hand. So,
so would you like to invite people to come to your restaurant? And what would you say is the highlight, or when should they come?
I will say the people should come. Well, if they come to Cuenca to visit Cuenca, there's many options, and this restaurant is one of the. Probably one of the few restaurants that everything is handmade, fresh, and they're gonna have a good service, good meal, I think for a good price too. And I just hope and I invite you to come. And,
very good.
But it's doing good.
Well, and I know they'll be welcomed by you and by your staff, and we may talk to some of your staff too and meet them. Okay?
Nice people working here too.
Yeah, very nice. We've met them. All right, thank you very much.
Hey, my pleasure.
Good to talk with you, and I'm looking forward to having dinner here many nights in the future.
Well, tonight.
Hola, how are you? ¿Cómo está? Getting ready for dinner, huh?
Yeah.
For the dinner menu? Do you like working here? Good. You have a good time? Are you from Cuenca?
Yes, I'm from
Very good. Well, thanks for all of your help here. I'm sure it's very much appreciated. So.